class 7. So I hope you have been studying well. Uh, and if you have any issue, any problem, you can ask me anytime. Okay. So from today, we are going to start chapter number 10. Yes, we are going to start chapter number 10. That is, as you can see on the screen, the name of chapter 10 is respiration. Yes, well, this is very important chapter. Okay, and it's a not difficult chapter, it's a very easy chapter. Okay, and if you love biology, if you love biology subject, then you must love this chapter. Okay, if you love biology, then you must love this chapter because it's a very easy and interesting chapter. So as you know, what is the meaning of respiration? Yes, respiration means in simple word. If I talk in a simple word, then I can say respiration means breathing. Yes, respiration means breathing, means taking oxygen and living carbon dioxide. Yes, taking oxygen and living carbon dioxide. Well, but it's not actually enough definition. It's not actually enough definition. Respiration is really not easy word. In simple way we can understand that we take oxygen and leave carbon dioxide, it is respiration. No, it's not. When we breathe in, actually we decompose the food. Yes, so it's a very uh, tough process. Yes, it's not, it is complex process. Okay, in simple word it's okay, but in for the plants it is just opposite. For animals, oxygen and carbon dioxide, oxygen is valuable and carbon dioxide is non-valuable. But in plants, for the plants, carbon dioxide is valuable. Yes, because plants take carbon dioxide and they leave oxygen. Yes, but at night it happens reverse. It happens reverse at night. Plants take oxygen as well as and release carbon dioxide, but and human being take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So at night it happens reverse. Yes, well, oxygen and carbon dioxide both are gases. Yes, oxygen is around 21% on the earth, and carbon dioxide is 0.03% on the earth. Yes, they are actually present in the air, and air is a mixture of different gases. Yes, in the air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, or even nitrogen, many gases are present. Okay, so in this chapter we will study respiration in two ways. In this chapter we will study the respiration in two ways. First is aerobic respiration and second is anaerobic respiration. Okay, we will also study about a system which is actually called respiratory system. Yes, you already know that there are many type of system in human body. In sixth class you have studied about the skeletal system. Yes, and skeletal system, respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, circulatory system. There are many type of system, but in this chapter we will study only about this respiratory system. Well, it's not a small topic, it's a big process. Apart from there, we will also study uh, about the earthworms. Yes, how do they respire, and respiration in different plants, and we will also study the respiration in different animals, amoeba. So it will help us to understand it clearly. It will help us to understand clearly. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, let's see the introduction. So, as you can see the pictures of different animals, yes, you can see the pictures of different animals. You can see the picture of a boy. Yes, can you see the picture of a boy? This stupid boy is writing something, sitting on a chair, writing. I think this boy is doing the homework of science. Yes, his homework is still incomplete. That's why I think his teacher is called him. That's why he is frustrated, he is angry, he is crying, and he is completing his homework. So I think he is completing the work of science, yes, or maybe possible he is working with maths, yes. So the boy is also animal, yes, we are also animal. Okay, we human being are included in animals according to science. Okay, you can see the picture of a snake, and you can see the picture of a fish, yes, fish is the queen of water, yes, live in water. Okay, you can see the picture of a bird, you can see the picture of panther, deer, and different picture have shown. All these are living things, yes, plants are also living things, yes. So all living things respire, yes, all living things respire, but non-living things, do they respire? Non-living things, do they respire? No, non-living things do not respire. So what is respiration? Respiration is a process that includes breathing. Yes, that actually include the breathing. So during respiration what happens? The movement of air happens. Yes, you breathe in air, means movement of air in and out, movement of air in and out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, so the movement of air in and out of the body and vice versa is known as breathing. Yes, the movement of air in and out and vice versa, means it's opposite. Okay, vice versa means it's opposite. So the movement of air in and out of the body and vice versa is known as breathing. So respiration process include breathing, but it's not uh, enough term to understand the respiration. But just for your knowledge, it's okay, it's okay. But really you want to understand it clearly, then I will show you one more definition. Okay, so for example, for example for example, animals such as earthworm breathe through skin. Yes, earthworm breathe through skin. Yes, here you might have seen the earthworm during rainy season, and in sixth class you have also studied that earthworms are called the friends of farmer. Yes, they are farmers' friend. How they help to decompose the dead and decaying products, they help to decompose kitchen waste, uh, so which become useful for the plants, and they help to grow the plants. And so earthworm breathe through skin. And fishes, you already know that fishes also use gills for breathing. And plants exchange gases. Yes, plants exchange gases through tiny pores called stomata. Yes, plants exchange gases through tiny pores called stomata, which are present mainly on the surface of leaves. Yes, which are present mainly on the surface of leaves. Yes, stomata are small hole like structure which are present on the leaves. So with the help of these, plants exchange the gas. Yes, plants take carbon dioxide and leave oxygen. Yes, actually, it happens during photosynthesis. Yes, and during photosynthesis plants release oxygen. Yes, you know what is photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means prepare. Photo means light, synthesis means prepare. Yes, plants take carbon dioxide with the help of stomata which are present on the surface of leaves, take water through roots, and in the presence of sunlight, with the help of chlorophyll, with the help of chlorophyll it makes glucose. Later it is storage is a starch. Yes, chlorophyll is a pigment which gives green color. Now get let's study aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, to understand anaerobic respiration, we will also study one more definition, which is actually known as cellular respiration. Okay, so let's move on the next point. Okay, so let's try to understand aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, so to understand aerobic and anaerobic respiration, I have written a question. So first of all, we will find the answer of this question. So how is the energy stored in food released to be used by body? How is the energy stored in a food released to be used by the body? You know, whenever we eat food, after eating food, we feel energetic. Yes, we feel energetic because that time exothermic reaction is happening. So we are releasing the energy also, little bit energy. So uh, so the food have energy. So we are releasing. So actually, how does it happen? Actually, the breathing process include in it. Yes, breathing is included in it. So, you know, during the process of breathing, what happens? Yes, during the process, you know that we take in air, means we take oxygen, and we release carbon dioxide out of the body. Yes, with the help of lungs. So which is actually the part of respiratory system. Okay, and we will also study respiratory system in detail, but not now. Okay, so suppose when you are eating food, the oxygen is also you are taking. Yes, you are also taking oxygen. So why is the what is the oxygen doing? Just it helps for breathing purpose? No, it also help to break down the food. It also help to break down the food, and that food actually which contains glucose is after breaking down in the cell. Yes, it is break down in the cell with the help of oxygen. Yes, so oxygen is then circulated all the cell of the body. You know, when we breathe in, oxygen went into our whole body through the blood. Means which blood flow in the veins. So we can say that oxygen supply to our whole body through the veins, different veins, along with the blood, and reaches into the cell. And when the absorbed food, because when the digested food, um, after digesting, the all the nutrients flow through the blood into whole body and reaches to the cell. At that place, the oxygen break down the food. When the food is broken down, that time energy is released. So this process is called cellular respiration. So the process in which food is broken down in the cell, the process in which food is broken down in the cell to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, the process in which food is broken down in the cells to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, the process in which food is broken down to in the cell to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, and kids, what is respiration? What is respiration? Yes, respiration means the process of uh, taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide to break down the food in the cell to release energy is called respiration. Yes, respiration is a process in which oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide is released and the food is broken down in the cell to release energy is called respiration. And what is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration means what? Cellular respiration means respiration in the cell. Respiration in the cell, yes. So the process in which food is broken down in the cell to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Okay. So I hope you understood that how is the energy stored in food released to be used by the body. Yes. So in this way the energy stored in food is used by our body. Oxygen help it. Okay, oxygen is very important. Now let's try to understand aerobic and anaerobic reaction. Let's try to understand both definition of aerobic and anaerobic respiration with the help of their reaction. Let's move on the next point. Okay, so what is aerobic and anaerobic respiration? So there are two type of respiration take place in the cell. Yes, there are two type of respiration. First respiration is aerobic respiration, second respiration is anaerobic respiration. Yes, there are two type of respiration. First is aerobic respiration, second is anaerobic. So let's understand aerobic respiration. Yes, so respiration, so one respiration occur in the presence of oxygen and another respiration occur in the absence of oxygen. Yes, it means what? For aerobic respiration oxygen is required and for anaerobic respiration oxygen is not required. Yes, for aerobic respiration oxygen is required and for anaerobic respiration oxygen is not required. So the process of breaking down food or you can say glucose, the process of breaking down glucose in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. Yes, so as you know, we already know what is cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? We know that the process in which food is broken down to release energy. Yes, the food is broken down because of oxygen which reaches to the cell, which help to broken down the food, absorb food, okay, digested food. And what is aerobic respiration? The same thing, but the process of breaking down of food in the presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Yes, so aerobic respiration takes place in most of the organisms. Yes, it takes place in all organisms and leads to production of carbon dioxide, water and energy. Yes, but it does not happen in plants. Okay, in they also have, but they have photosynthesis process. Okay, we have given a different name. So it takes place in all the organisms. As you can see the reaction, the glucose means the digested food, when oxygen is available in the reaction, as you can see oxygen is written just above the arrow. So with the help of oxygen glucose is broken down and carbon dioxide is released that time. Yes, we release carbon dioxide plus water plus energy is also formed. Yes, so energy is released. So it takes place in all organisms and lead to production of carbon dioxide, water and energy. Yes, they are formed. Okay, this energy which is stored in the food released by our body. Yes, okay. So what is Aerobic respiration. Check out the spelling of aerobic. 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 Aerobic respiration. The process of breaking down of food or glucose in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. Okay. Now let's try to understand anaerobic respiration. Yes, anaerobic respiration do not occur in all organisms. Yes, anaerobic respiration do not occur in all organisms. It occur in only some organisms. For example, yeast. Yeast. It happens in yeast. So what is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration is just opposite of aerobic respiration. Okay. So without oxygen, food can also be broken down. Yes, remember, it's without oxygen, food can also be broken down. So this process is known as anaerobic respiration. Yes. So the process of breakdown of food in the absence of oxygen. The process of breakdown of food in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Yes. It occurs in organisms such as yeast. Yes. But but during anaerobic respiration, what happens? When the food, means glucose, will break down without oxygen, then that time water will not form. In the place of water, alcohol or lactic acid will form. Plus carbon dioxide, and energy will be released. Yes, energy will be released. I hope you understood. You will write down it and you will memorize it. Okay. Now let's see the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and let's try to understand the meaning of a word which is ATP. Yes, what is the meaning of ATP? Let's try to understand. Let's move on the next point. Okay, as you can see, the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Yes. So what is aerobic respiration? You can see it occurs in the presence of O2. O2 means oxygen. Okay, it occurs in the presence of oxygen. And anaerobic respiration, it occurs in the absence of oxygen. And you can see in the aerobic respiration, it involves the exchange of gases. Yes, it involves the exchange of gases between an organism and outside environment. But in anaerobic respiration, exchange of gases is absent. Yes, exchange of gases is not possible because they do not take. And in aerobic respiration, it occurs in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Yes, aerobic respiration occur in cytoplasm and mitochondria. Okay, and cytoplasm is actually a liquid like presence, and mitochondria is actually known as powerhouse. You will study about them in detail in 8th class. Okay, and anaerobic respiration, it occur only in cytoplasm, means a jelly like liquid. Okay, so during aerobic respiration, it produce 36 ATP. Yes, during aerobic respiration, it produce 36 ATP. What is 36 ATP? It is actually energy. Okay, and during anaerobic respiration, it yield 2 ATP. Yield means 2 ATP is produced. 2 ATP is energy, means very less energy is produced during anaerobic respiration, but high energy is produced during aerobic respiration. Okay, and during aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water is released. During aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water is released, but during anaerobic respiration, it release alcohol or lactic acid, so it end product may vary. Okay, aerobic respiration actually happens in the cells of the body, in our body, and anaerobic respiration occur in the yeast and muscle cells. Okay, now let's try to understand what is the meaning of ATP, because during aerobic respiration, 36 ATP is produced, but during anaerobic respiration, 2 ATP is produced. So what is the meaning of ATP? ATP means adenosine triphosphate. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. So ATP is the universal unit of energy. Yes, it is actually the unit of energy which is actually used for all living cells. Okay. So it is very basic molecule which meets our energy need and is formed in the later step of glucose oxidation. Yes. So remember kids, actually ATP is actually they are molecules. Yes, and ATP actually we use for to show the unit. Yes, energy unit, because we get the energy from the food. That's why we use ATP word, because it's showing the energy, and it is actually they are actually basic molecules which meet our need, and which meets our energy need. Okay, and is formed in the later step of glucose oxidation. Yes, formed when the oxidation occur of the glucose, means when the glucose is broken down, that time ATP is formed. Yes, when the glucose is broken down, that time ATP is formed. I hope you understood. Now it's time to ask question from you. Let's move on the last point. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number one. Question number one is, what is cellular respiration? So, what is cellular respiration? As you know that during the respiration we take oxygen and leave carbon dioxide. Yes, respiration is a process that includes breathing. Yes. So, what is actually the meaning of cellular respiration? Respiration which occur in the cell, respiration which occur in the cell. So during this respiration, energy is released. Okay, so what is cellular respiration? The process in which food is broken down in the cells to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, what is cellular respiration? The process in which the food is broken down in the cells to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Yes, the process in which food is broken down, process in which food is broken down in the cells to release energy is known as cellular respiration. Question number two. Define aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Yes, what is aerobic respiration? What is aerobic respiration? The process of breaking down of food, means glucose. The process of breaking down of food in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. Yes, the process of breaking down of food in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration. It takes place in all organisms and leads in the production of carbon dioxide, oxygen, and water. Yes, it takes place in all organisms. Aerobic respiration takes place in all organisms and leads to the production of carbon dioxide, water, and oxygen. Now the question is, what is anaerobic respiration? What is anaerobic respiration? The process in which the process of breakdown of food, the process of breakdown of food in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Yes, the process of breakdown of food in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration, and it takes place in organisms such as yeast. Yes, during this process leads to the production of alcohol or lactic acid, carbon dioxide with energy. Okay. Now question number 3. How is the energy stored in the food released to be used by body? How is the energy stored in the food released to be used by the body? So you know that we take in air, means we take oxygen in, and while taking we release carbon dioxide. Yes, so out of body. So oxygen is circulated to all the cells of body. Yes, when we take in oxygen, oxygen circulated to all the parts of body and it reaches to the cell, and where the digested food is reaches, so this food is actually break down in the cell with the help of oxygen. Okay, so in this way cellular respiration helps. Question number 4. Differentiate between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, it occurs in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, it occurs in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration, it occurs in the cytoplasm and mitochondria, while anaerobic respiration occur in the cytoplasm only. Aerobic respiration produce 36 ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Okay, and anaerobic respiration produce 2 ATP. Yes, and aerobic respiration involve the exchange of gas between an organism outside And environment and anaerobic respiration do not exchange of gas is absent. As aerobic respiration occurs, example cells in our body, and for anaerobic respiration, example yeast and muscle cells. Okay, I hope you understood. Now in next class we will study the new topic. Till then, bye bye.